This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are thrilled to once again return to the gateway to the West, the proud city of St. Louis, Missouri. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Bulls of St. Louis. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, whatever happened to the old rule that if you don't know that you're definitely going to get it to at least a 20-yard line, you just take a knee in the end zone. Sometimes being too aggressive can actually cost you.
Now the fourth-year man, it's Cam Akers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. Got his man. It's Deutsch. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
In motion is Deutsch. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Bridgewater. That pass completed to Deutsch. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now. You look at this Steeler defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On third down, Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Akers. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Ethan Evans now. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 28-yard line. Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett rolling to his left. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. But you look at this defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. That is caught. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Allen Robinson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Throwing on second and long. Bridgewater. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. To throw, Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pickett back to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens, 37 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. No gain on the play there, second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Bridgewater's throw taken in by Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Steelers 14, Bulls 0.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He gets this one to Johnson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll roll him out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
A quick throw by Bridgewater. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. To the air again with Bridgewater. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
In motion right goes Johnson. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 24. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Williams. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The kick by Gold is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 10. Here's another carry for Harris. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd down and 8. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Pickett now on first down. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. This is caught. Touchdown. George Pickens. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boswell for the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Bridgewater on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On second down, Bridgewater again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Bridgewater again. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
A give up the middle to Akers. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5. From the gun, Bridgewater. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Oh, good move. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Bridgewater. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bulls are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Gold with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Ready up.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll toss to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
A quick throw out wide caught by Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Pickett. Again, it's Johnson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Excellent job defensively there from Kobe Turner.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Najee Harris from 13 yards out. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's second and inches.
Quick completion here to Johnson. And the Steelers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the first and goal.
Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over first and 10. At their own
the offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run a draw now with Akers. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
First down, Bridgewater. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Ernest Jones there for the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The Steelers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's Byron Young, who ranged in that time and stopped him for a loss. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Harris running straight ahead. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Here's Bridgewater. And this is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Pittsburgh, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.